Welcome to the Western Cultural Center's Winterruption at Home. We would like to thank the province of Manitoba and the Safe at Home program for their support with this concert series. Now, without further ado, Del Barber.
I work down at the grocery store. Go to work at 7, get home a little after 4. Man's supposed to wonder what he's doing it for when he's stocking shelves and sweeping floors. Got a good woman, but she don't talk to me. I guess I hurt her pretty bad back in January. She read some emails that were addressed to me. We still share a bed, but she's a little far away. And the world wants to spin around you every day, but the sun is shining bright in my face. If I had wings, well, you know I'd never fly. It's too easy living this everyday life. My brother just got back from Mexico. He's got a pretty little place out in Zewatan, Iowa. He asks me every year, but I don't go. Guess he just called again to say I told you so. And the world wants to spin around you every day, but the sun is shining bright in my face. If I had wings, well, you know I'd never fly. It's too easy living this everyday life. There's men on motorcycles doing loop-de-loops, and I'm happy here lining up the labels on cans of chunky soup. A man's supposed to wonder what he's doing it for, working every damn day down at the grocery store. And the world wants to spin around you every day, but the sun is shining bright in my face. If I had wings, well, you know I'd never fly. It's too easy living this everyday life. Just too easy living this everyday life. Welcome to the West End Cultural Center. Wherever you are tonight or today, or maybe you watch from the shower somehow. I hope you have proper grounded electricity. Hope your belly is full. You're gonna have to mute this guitar for me, actually, because we got a pedal freaking out. Thank you. It seems absolutely appropriate that I have a technical difficulty on my first show back in months and months. It's scary playing music to nobody, but I usually do everything in life better when I'm afraid. So here it goes. This one's called Living with a Long Way to Go. One, two, one, two. Heading out to Fort Mac, gonna make a comeback, make $1 million pulling oil from the ground. Tired of the long shot, waiting for the bottle drop, living in this half-horse town. Nothing in the coppers, stick the gophers and the hoppers. The wind ain't the only thing that blows. When you're tired of living with a long way to go. Well, I've been doing kind of fine with my half-grade 9. Working cattle's all I really know. And I'm getting kind of tired of playing patch poker. It's a game where the aces never show. Can't afford to see the fuel or the seed. There comes a time when you either raise or fall. When you're tired of living with a long way to go. Heading out to Fort Mac, gonna make a comeback, make $1 million pulling oil from the ground. Tired of the long shot, waiting for the ball to drop, living in this half-horse town. See you later, neighbor, I ain't looking good on paper, that's the only thing that I can seem to grow. And I'm tired of living with a long way to go. Tired of living with a long way to go. Oh, you boys feel pretty good. Give it up for Ivan Burke on the drums, everybody. Clap to your computer screens and tell me how strange you feel via text message. We call him Big Turk Burke these days. We're gonna do a segment tonight called Meet the Band. In the pursuit of vintage, intimate and interactive much music concerts. We'd like everyone to know a little bit about Ivan. So Ivan, if you had to choose between tuna or salmon, what would you choose?
I don't discriminate.
He's absolutely perfectly woke, everybody. Which is something I love about you. This is a song called No Easy Way Out. I wrote this song about a gas station attendant in Virden, Manitoba. We're gonna go to Virden now. The first place they started pulling oil out of the ground. First place where they started to frack in our province. The town kind of flipped itself on its head, and I've been flirting with this gas station attendant for about a decade, and she finally gave me her story. Once again, this is No Easy Way Out. It's just a gas station on Highway 1. I've been working here forever, off and on. It's Rockstar and Red Bull, smokes and chips. Guys wandering here lost, sick of the shape they're in. more than gas. Those whiny roughnecks with the lift kits, well, they can kiss my ass. And they all just want to get laid or paid. I hear the same damn thing day after day. Graffiti in the bathroom stalls. Jesus saves for a good time call. I don't know how I'm still hanging around, looking for an easy way out. And I always thought I'd fall in love, but I ain't ever been close enough to know by now, beyond some reasonable doubt, there ain't no easy way out. Last time I left was July of '08. And a man walked through the door, pointing a gun in my face. I should have been scared, but it gave me a thrill. I guess change is more than a matter of one woman's will. Graffiti in the bathroom stalls. Jesus saves for a good time call. Don't know how I'm still hanging around, looking for an easy way out. Beautiful. It's strange going from playing this song every other night to not really having played it for a year or more. And I think this song's done more for me than any other song, like personally, professionally. I didn't grow up going to church. The closest I came to a religious experience was had a major crush on a evangelical girl when I was 16 years old. She used to keep that good book in between us. And she had like 100 copies. So I was on a hockey trip, War Road, Minnesota. Stole a copy of the Good News Bible, you know, the one placed by the Gideons. I began mining the pages of the New Testament for pickup lines. I didn't really find anything in the way of a pickup line in there, but I did read the story of the prodigal son for the first time. This is a retelling of that old story. It does not take place way back in the Bible. It's a retelling of it that takes place on the Canadian prairie right at the end of the Crow Rate. This one's called Big Smoke. Blinded by the city lights, no one can see you stalling. It's been so long since you've seen the prairie stars, you're not sure you can recall them. If there's something here for you to find, you may have found it once and lost it now. We used to fly through the woods on the backs of quarter horses, picking dandelion bouquets for our sister and our mother. We felt like a man, but we were boys, too young to know that we were free as fire. You're lost out in the straight path. There's no easy way. So brother, do you remember that warm September morning? We were shooting cans with Dad's 22 without a worry or a warning. Pulled the trigger down and dropped that deer, and you looked at me with tears in your eyes. No, I never in a million years thought that you'd make that shot, and I'll wait for you tonight with your sights still on something so far off. Wherever you are, I hope you're being careful about the things you think you want. You're lost out in the big smoke without a fire of your own. There are no straight paths. There's no easy way. All right. Now the sky is getting hazy. It's filling up with grain dust. And it could be any year that the bank finally gets the best of us. But our cows are fed and the bins are full, and we're hoping to see you before the snow. Now you're lost out in the big smoke, looking for a way home. There are no straight paths, no easy way. Lost out in the big smoke without a fire of your own. There are no straight paths, there's no easy way. It's called Big Smoke. How are you guys feeling? All right, we're going to go back to the Meet the Band segment here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Austin Parahoniak. Playing guitar, he's playing mandolin, he's playing baritone, some acoustic guitar, and whatever else we can force him into. I've been touring for 15 years, and I've never managed to get a Ukrainian in the band, so finally, after all this time, here he is. So I wanted to sort of figure out who he is a little bit more, and I wondered that, just like to ask him, Austin, would you consider yourself in your prime? Are you past your prime, or are you in your prime?
Oh, man.
I think his prime is yet to come. Everybody thinks that. He might not know that, but
Prime rib.
if you can imagine your prime in, let's say, 5 to 6 years, how many pierogies do you think you could eat in your prime?
Like a pincher's dozen.
A pitcher's dozen. Okay, that's a lot of pierogies for one man to eat in one time. So he's got some work to do. But we're really glad you're here, man. Thanks for making us sound so good tonight. I wrote this one for a hotel in the Crow's Nest Pass of Alberta. This is for anyone who's had the pleasure of walking into a hotel room while the hotel owner and his cleaning lady are making love. strange experience, but it made some lifelong friends, and it made me fall in love with the eastern slope of the Canadian Rocky Mountains. This one's called Peter and Jenny Lee. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's okay if you waltz at home. You can waltz alone, it works. He had a face like an old door handle. It was about as bright as a birthday candle. He worked the front desk at the New West Motor Hotel. He spent his last 10 years answering that silver tabletop bell. You know the kind. Well, she was roly and poly and able, and he hired her out under the table, clean the bathrooms and vacuum and run the laundry machines. Before they knew it, they were drowning in a romantic dream. It was love. Love might find you in the basement, way up on top of a tree. And if you're lucky, well, you might get to feel it as strong as Peter and Jenny Lee. Show me the love, Mr. Parahoniac. Right, fuck on the steel. They knew it was love without a doubt or a question. He was a turkey and she was the dressing. And the first night they spent up in room 203. It's my room, yeah. Making true love even truer, watching church on TV. It was holy love. Love might find you in the basement, way up on top of a tree. Yeah, if you're lucky, you might get to feel it as strong as Peter and Jim. Let's take it. Yes, if you're lucky, you might get to feel as strong as Peter and Jim. It was love. Okay, well, so now I'm going to admit something to you folks. We've been working on 2 records at the same time. I spent the first 6 months of the pandemic completely sure I'd never write another good song again, and calling Ryan every day. And he said, yeah, it's probably true, you're probably done, you're washed up, and that's why I like working with you. You know, something like that's how I remember the conversations going. And so all of a sudden, I don't know what changed. Maybe it got cold finally, and I just started kicking out song after song after song, and they were songs I knew were good right off the bat. And then after that happened, the creative spark just quit. And I thought again, this must be it, it's over for me. Called Ryan, he said, yeah, you're washed up. and that's why I want to keep playing with you, you know. And so after that conversation, that pep talk, I realized that I had written 30 to 40 songs over 10 years that I never recorded, and I started mining the vault for those songs. And we just finished a B-sides record, a first record of unreleased material, and we're gonna play some of these for the first time live for you right now. And wish us luck, good people. We love you. Be kind to us. There's a tip jar link somewhere, and I'm sure that what you could do is, if you feel pity for us, you could give us your money. That works really well. At least that's how Austin works in his life. This is just a little bluesy traveling song I wrote. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. Traveling around this country for so long. Traveling around this country for so long. After all the things I've seen, can't separate the wrong. Traveling around this country for so long. Watch a tree bend and break. Watch a tree bend till it breaks. If you never test it, you won't know what you can take. Watch a tree bend till it breaks. How many times have I watched the sun go slipping to the back pocket of the day? And as we roll on towards our little ending, won't lack the courage or the will to stay. I've cursed and I've lied and I've preached. Cursed and I've lied and I've preached. I've tasted the truth, but never held it in my teeth. I've cursed and I've lied and I've preached. How many times have I watched the sun go slipping to the back pocket of the day? As we roll on towards our little ending, won't lack the courage or the will to stay. Traveling around this country for so long. Traveling around this country for so long. And if you fall in love with leaving, you're bound to forget that you're gone. Traveling around this country for so long. What do you think of that rock and roll transition there? Pretty badass. There will always be tomorrow. Only fools forget. They're pouring shots on Main Street. I'm falling into their debt. There are feelings tall and dangerous rolling down your face. The horizon's holding storms that can't be outrun. Nobody selling mercy in this town tonight. Nobody's got the answers to the questions on your mind. Baby, stop looking for a sign. You know it's time to leave. There's nothing left to find. There's a man who looks like Jesus sitting upright at the bar. He tries to walk but staggers. Doubt he'll make it out the door. I'm stuck in ivory towers, scraping at my eyes, dreaming prairie storms that can't be outrun. Nobody selling mercy in this town tonight. Nobody the answers to the questions on your mind. Baby, stop looking for a holy sign. You know it's time to leave. There's nothing left to find. You know it's time to leave. There's nothing left to find. Feels pretty good for the first time, eh, boys? What do you think? Hope you like that one up there. You didn't like it, eh?
I liked it.
Just hit a couple lemons. It might have been me that hit the lemons, but that's what live music's all about. We could have just played all the songs we knew really well 2 years ago, and we probably would have made mistakes on those too. This one I've been playing for. We've all played it a long time. It just never made it onto a record. This is not a song that has a lot of substance. I like to think that some of my songs have substance. This is not one of them. This is just a song about a lonely man sleeping in the back of his truck, fishing alone, wishing his lover was with him. The one thing I did learn about this one is if you don't have a pillow, a loaf of pumpernickel will work. I recommend it. It's called Fishing and Wishing. Nickel pillow and a bed made of beer cans, chewing on mosquitoes and jerky like a madman, thinking of you, hoping that you'll call me tomorrow. It's been cloudy and cold, but it hasn't really rained. I'm dreaming you're beside me, singing all the same, out in the boonies, fishing and wishing with me, trying to find a cure for my lonesome condition. Out here on my own tonight, just fishing, wishing. I got fuel in the line, nothing in the tank, feeling kind of grateful with no one here to thank, trying to say I love you without sounding like a fool. I got faith in my fingers, doubt in my feet, I'm a contradiction walking to a hillbilly beat, happy as a heifer, stubborn as a 10-year-old mule, trying to find a cure for my lonesome condition. Out here on my own tonight, just fishing, wishing. I'm just trying to find a cure for my lonesome condition. Out here on my own tonight, just fishing, wishing. There's some swampiness you got going on. That was fun, guys. Hope no one is offended by swampy country music. It's one of my favorite things to hear. Swampier the better, you know. I guess we should meet the band a little bit more. Our last, and not least, playing the pedal steel and the bass guitar Mr. Ryan Funk, the pride of New Bothwell, Manitoba. The question I have for Ryan and for you out there is, when it comes to cats, do you have any respect for them whatsoever?
It's strictly the small ones or the big ones too?
Strictly the ones that live in houses.
We all saw that documentary, the guy with the big cats in the house, though.
We saw that. Did you have any respect for those cats?
Lots of respect for the cats.
Okay,
Yeah.
he respects cats. That's
Lots
good.
of respect for the cats.
Ivan would have said, I respect all things equally. So I'm glad I didn't ask that question to Ivan. Thanks for answering a question directly. I appreciate that. This one I wrote for a Home Depot employee in Kelowna, BC. I haven't been through Kelowna in a long time, and frankly, I'm thankful for it. Kelowna is one of those places that's just a little too slick for me. Always said there's just too many lattes and yoga pants per square mile for a guy like me to get along with the place. I've had some of the worst shows of my career in Kelowna. You could picture me Sunday morning at the Home Depot, wandering the aisles by myself, wallowing, until I run into a man wearing that pumpkin orange NDP colored Home Depot outfit, you know. And I'm starting to look at paint swatches, shades of taupe and lavender, because I'm feeling sad. And he comes up and he says, name's Dell. I'm going to help you pick your paint color. Name's Dell. Name's John, because that's my name is Dell, I'm pretty sure. But by the end of this show, I'll probably forget about it. So this is for that beautiful Home Depot retired grain farmer from the prairies who moved to Kelowna and lasted 2 weeks at home before he had to get a stupid job selling paint for guys like me. It's one of my favorite songs to sing for you. It's called The Right Side of the Wrong. Farmer John got a job in the city, mixing paints at the Home Depot. Got a chip on his shoulder, carries it around with him everywhere he goes. He misses praying for the rain, waiting for the spring. Something about change and everything it takes away. Got a sink full of dishes, I got a sinking heart. Got a funny feeling I got no place to start. All this holding out, it's just a little like holding on. Walking on the right side of the wrong. This is how John sees it. And the Lord, he still might care. He might try and let you know. I've heard the whispers of the holy and the cackle of a crow. But I'm tired of being proud, tired of standing my ground. Something about my faith, well, it always seems to let me down. Got a sink full of dishes, I got a sinking heart. Got a funny feeling I got no place to start. All this holding out, it's just a little like holding on. Walking on the right side of the road. Got a sink full of dishes, I got a sinking heart. Got a funny feeling I got no place to start. All you're holding out, it's just a little like holding on. Walking on the right side of the Man, it feels good to play songs like that. Oh, I hope you're having a good time tonight. We really want to thank the whole crew here that's filming us, and the West End Cultural Center and the province for funding things like this. It's keeping us afloat, you know, and there was some feelings that we might all be sinking, and I'm glad that those feelings are starting to disappear, you know. Wrote this one for my neighbor. She's one of these women who've been through every fire of life that you can imagine, but despite it all has a hopeful disposition. This one's called Louise. 1, 2, and C. Yeah, my lover reads old copies of the TV guide. Still goes dancing with her friends almost every Saturday night. She's a burn barrel feet and hands and knees, sponge squeezing, corn husking, one of a kind. She carries a great weight on her shoulder, and her heart that set the time on the Tower of Big Ben. She was singing Willie Nelson on a ladder, cleaning eaves. Many men called her perfect too. To me, it's just Louise. Sometimes I catch her crying when she thinks she's alone. It happened again yesterday when she was out hanging clothes. See, 20 years before me, she had a perfect family of 3, and they had some bad luck on the road. She carries a great weight on her shoulder, and her heart could set the time on the Tower of Big Ben. She was singing Willie Nelson on a ladder, cleaning eaves. Many men called her perfect too. To me, it's just Louise. All right, on. I guess it's true what they say you can't ever know. Big curtain's gonna fall down on you. You won't get to choose when you go. Stand tall on those sunny days, 'cause something might go sideways. Take a page, if you please, from Louise. She carries a great weight on her shoulder, and her heart will set the time on the Tower of Big Ben. She was singing Willie Nelson on a ladder, cleaning eaves. Many men called her perfect 10. To me, it's just Louise. Right on. I miss going out. I have 2 friends who are professional religious men, and we're gonna do this one in B, everybody. They're both pastors, and quietly they like to go out with me, and gives them a chance to have a couple drinks and blow off some steam, and it also gives me a chance to air out all of my sins in front of them, you know. And we go to like a really terrible kind of cookie cutter sports bar place, and some nights get away from us, you know, and we end up watching Sports Center together, and sometimes it gets a little emo, you know. So I don't know if you've been thinking about your spiritual life at all during this whole thing, but I've kind of taken a break from it because I haven't been drinking as much. Usually if I have 3 or 4 beers, maybe 5, that's usually when I start to pray. And thinking back a few nights ago, 35 below zero in a parking lot under that weird yellow light, praying to God for the first time in years, hoping that the cab is actually going to come pick me up. You know, whenever you need a little bit of help, you got to figure out where to ask. But this is for all of us who used to go out and just be together and not worry about anything. And feels like those days are so far from me now. It's called Friends Like Us. Hopefully those boys of mine aren't too upset that I made a song about them. Probably should have asked their permission. I went to the bar last night with a couple old buddies. I had a couple too many, I said a little too much. A dozen TVs flashing highlights for the lowlife. Call a night out a blessing, or call it a crutch. It never takes long for the talk to turn to Jesus. I guess I'm still hoping there's someone coming to save us. And Eric looks up from his beer and quotes the golden rule. It says, Dale, you think that might be more than enough. Ain't that the way the deal goes down? One foot in a rut and the other breaking ground. Do what you say and say what you must. There's hope at the bottom of the night for friends like us. Yeah, Gavin, he's one real big bugger. He's gotta be 7 foot tall, pushing 300 pounds by now. And he's wise beyond his weight. He laughs at me when I complain. He ain't afraid to put me right back in my lane. Ain't that the way the deal goes down? 1 foot in a rut and the other breaking ground. Do what you say and say what you must. There's hope at the bottom of the night for friends like us. Lord, as much as we whine, we're truly grateful. It's hard to believe we're destined to hell. Some Walmart parking lot and a mile past last call, leaning into it all. There's hope at the bottom of the night for friends like us. Yeah, there's hope at the bottom of the night for friends like us. What'd you think of that one? You didn't answer me. Are you okay? You like that one? Oh, let's burn one down here. We've been playing some chilled out stuff here. A couple more for you. Hope that's okay. Don't be afraid to buy merch off the internet. It helps. Got a whole pile of new merch sitting at home waiting for you to buy it. And, do it out of pity. Do it out of love. Whatever you want to do. This one I wrote about a famous homeless couple. Actually, my dad wrote it. him and I together try to write songs. If you want to try to write a song with your dad or mom, I recommend email. It gets pretty tense in the house, and my dad and I try to write with each other, but this one's called Ronnie and Rose. He was as hard as a natural diamond. She was as tough as a $3 steak. She had a spirit as wide as the Great Divide and a heart that just couldn't break. She was strong enough to carry burdens, keeping that sparkle in her eyes. She had devotions for strange notions and a wonderful way of wondering why. He was a drifter and around her. He was a hard time traveling man. He made his living, taking in and giving, and picking up aluminum cans. He loved to tell the hobo story. Spent a little time in jail. He had a tan, hide from living outside, sharp as a 10-penny nail. So here's to glory, Ronnie and Rose. No place in this cold world they call their own, but Saturday night, bottle of wine and a toast to true love from Ronnie and Rose. Yeah, well, they met in the country kitchen, in the alley at the end of the street. And they didn't mind 'cause that cook was kind and he'd give them something to eat. Ronnie would say it's another fine day, and Rosie would give him a kiss. Hand in hand they walked away, it didn't get any better than it is. So here's to glory, Ronnie and Rose. No place in this cold world they call their own, but Saturday nights, bottle of wine and a toast, true love from Ronnie and Rose. All right, go. If you're living out in the city, trying to make yourself a lot of loot, and every day everything seems to get a deeper shade of blue. Never give up your ambition, buy yourself a bottle of wine, meet Ronnie and Rose at the country kitchen for one hell of a time. So here's to the glory, Ronnie and Rose. No place in this cold world they call their own, but Saturday night, a bottle of wine and a toast, true love from Ronnie and Rose. Here's to the glory, Ronnie and Rose. No place in this cold world they call their own, but Saturday night, a bottle of wine and a toast, true love from Ronnie and Rose. Look out! I don't know how those bluegrassers guys do. They do it all day, all night long. They go and they go. I could do it once and then that's it. Props to Boyd Barber for the idea for that song. We got another song written by my dad. He gave it to me and we let it sit around for like 6 or 7 years, and a month ago I just found this old email with this song in it, and I pulled it up and put an hour of work in and then finished it. It's just like this thing just was all of a sudden finishable, you know. I don't know what it's like to feel old yet. You know, I got a 2-year-old daughter at home, and it's starting to make me think that I might die someday, and then I want to do everything I can to not die. But my dad's been thinking about it a lot, and I get mad at him when he talks about it, you know, but we all got to figure out a way to understand that the big curtain's going to drop, you know, and I want to be a person who can go out with grace, and I don't know if it's even possible, but that's what I want. Like when my dad's at his most lonely, he imagines himself as an old car sitting in some forgotten barn somewhere and hoping that someone's going to come along and says that he's still worth being around, you know. And, just going to be completely sad now and sing you this song called Just a Little Heat. I think you're going to like it. Well, I'm a 49 Ford, got a flathead V8. Starter on the floor, got a chain hook tailgate. I gotta know how it feels, the end of the run. Darling, if you please, I need just a little sun, just a little heat to warm these bones, just a little fire to carry me home. 6 volts in the wire, gonna have to do it. I need a little heat, can I get it from? Sitting in a long week in a lean-to shed, the body of the beast is rattle can primer red. I wanna taste salvation at the edge of the night. Darling, if you please, I need just a little, just a little heat to warm these bones, just a little fire to carry me home. 6 volts in the wire, gonna have to do it. Need a little heat, can I get it from? Roads are made of stone now, and they all fly by. Through night and day, they don't waste time asking why. They're hard and cold now, fast as hell. I need a little heat, honey, can't you tell? Just a little heat, warm these bones, just a little fire, carry me home. 6 volts in the wire, gonna have to do. I need a little heat, can I get it from? Yeah, Boyd Barber, thanks for writing that one for the world. Thanks for giving me a chance to fix it up a little bit too. I felt pretty lucky to get to put my mark on that one. Well, we hope you had a really nice time with us. We hope you watch these videos many times and send us emails about all the things we could have done better. Especially 25-year-old guitar players, they need to hear criticism.
Yeah. Bring it on.
But it's an absolute pleasure to get together with your friends and make noise. And we really hope you enjoyed it. And we hope we get to do this for you in person really soon. Maybe we can just invite you to New Year's Eve social. And if you're not from Manitoba, you won't know what it is, but you can look it up. Google yourself into a social sometime. But where I live in English, Manitoba, there's always a social on New Year's Eve. This song takes place at that social. It was when I was realizing I was falling in love for the first time for real. And if you live in English, Manitoba, you know it's love because you're willing to dance to Kim Mitchell's Patio Lanterns while your friends are outside watching two losers fight, you know. That's how you know it's love. So this is for my beautiful wife and family at home. I haven't been away from them in months and months, and so this is sort of the first time being away. And I forgot how hard it was. But it always feels good to sing them a song, no matter where you are. This is called Patient Man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been a pleasure. I'm Barber. Take care. She counted every car on every train. She gave every star in the sky a brand new name. And the fields sown with wheat, corn, and hay. Spring rolled into summer. With the winds our hearts got warm. I'm not a patient man. Don't always do the best that I can. It's half an hour to put your makeup on and find a pretty pair of shoes. Honey, I don't like to wait. Somehow I can wait for you. Do you remember New Year's Eve when the cops showed up? Another fight out in the parking lot. And the boys, they couldn't now drag me off the floor. We were dancing to Patio Lantern, asking for more. I'm not a patient man. Don't always do the best that I can. It's half an hour to put your makeup on and find a pretty pair of shoes. Honey, I don't like to wait. Somehow I can wait for you. Come on. I'm not a patient man. Don't always do the best that I can. It's half an hour to put your makeup on and find a pretty pair of shoes. Honey, I don't like to wait. Somehow I can wait. Thanks again, everybody.